ready to be attached to the neckline. So the under collar and the top collar will be pinned together to the body's neck. So my single notch matches the single notch of the body neck, and I'm going to pin it together. And remember, this is my top collar with a single notch. Then my shoulder notch will match the shoulder seam, and the shoulder seam will be pressed open. And the collar point at the neck will match the snatch. Do you see that? Without the snatch, the collar point at the neck will be matched the snatch. Without the snatch, I wouldn't know where to pin this.
That's the one that's 1.5 inch?
That's the one which is half an inch in. So you're going to repeat pinning on the other side of the neck, matching the shoulder notch with the shoulder seam, the collar point with the snatch. Okay? And we're going to base stitch them with 1/4 of an inch seam allowances. And you don't need to make reinforcing because the facing will be sewn over. So we're sewing the collar to the neck. Make sure that there is no puckering underneath. Okay, so I'm going to use this pin now to pin my shoulder notch to the shoulder seam. And the collar point to the snatch.
So should we clip the collar?
We're not clipping the collar. Why do we need to clip the collar? There is no need for clipping the collar. It matches from notch to notch, from seam to seam, and that doesn't need to be clipped. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna sew the facing over. The facing is already fused with the interfacing, right? And now I'm going to sew the facing over the collar. My seam allowances must be pressed open, and I didn't press with the iron, it doesn't want to stay flat. Okay. Alright, so this facing goes on the real garment. The facing will be overlocked at the shoulder around the facing edge to clip it, to keep it nice and clean. For the sample, we don't need to do that, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to place the facing to the body, matching the notches, right? And pin the facing to this level. Alright, so the facing goes all around, and the shoulder notch matches the shoulder notch on the collar. Do you see the notch? So if your pattern drafted accurately, you won't have any problems matching the facing or the collar to the neck, right? So it fits the neckline nicely, and then the break point matches on both, and we pin them together. And then have extra pin, and the facing is extended to the waist. So now from the waistline all the way up, I'm going to join them together. And how much seam allowance I'm using here?
1/4.
1/4. Make sure that your edges are on the same level. Don't stretch your work for pieces, just keep them together on top of each other. You're gonna have to turn around and stitch all around the neck. And I'm gonna stop right at the shoulder and reinforce it.